Hey, Jay, can we get an update on the running back position? Some guys were in this morning, maybe some more coming.
We had a workout this morning. We, had Jamal in for a visit. Just got to meet him, got him a physical, and we'll decide at a later time what we're going to do at that position. We're going to wait on Samaje and Byron, see where they're at, and make a decision whether or not we're going to sign another one here in the next day or so.
Orleans Darkwa as well was here already?
Yeah, he worked out, yeah.
How'd that go?
We had a good workout. We have not signed him yet.
And then Adrian Peterson's coming tomorrow?
Possibly, yes.
Okay.
Is this, you have been very confident about what you have at running backs. Is this more just a concern about how long Samaje and Byron might be out?
Yeah, that's the thing is, we're taking that day by day. I think both of them are day-to-day type things. We'll see. But big thing is make sure I got 3 up for Arizona. And I think I have 3 in-house that I feel very, very good about, and maybe get another one in here to compete and go from there.
With the timing of this, if Marshall needs the full month, would you have to consider IR at that point? Because that'll be after the September 1st cuts.
That's a possibility. We'll have to wait and see, and hopefully it's not that long. But if it is, then there are options that we have to look at.
When you're talking about guys like Jamal, Adrian, and even Orleans, I mean, especially Jamal and Adrian, these are veteran guys. I mean, what are you looking for just even in bringing them in to talk to them?
Well, we want to bring them in and get physicals on them just in case. Like I said, we've had very unlucky situations with our running backs, with obviously Geis and Marshall and Samaje. Something else happens, then we're going to be really, really, really thin. So we just want to make sure we're covering all our bases right now, and we'll address it when we feel like we have to.
I don't think I saw Cam Sims out there. Just day off, or?
No, he's been in getting rehab. He's day to day.
With what? Just what's his injury?
I don't know. He's got something wrong. All these guys that aren't practicing have something wrong. They're going to get treatment, and hopefully we'll see them out there sooner or later. Hopefully we'll get them ready for the next game, the next day. That's all I can go by.
Same with Chase Roulier. He's just dealing with something.
Who?
Chase Roulier. He wasn't in the media chase.
Chase Roulier?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Same thing. He did stretch, so he'll be okay.
Zach Brown and Quentin Dunbar?
Zach Brown and Dunbar, they were down today, yes, but they should be hopefully up Monday or Tuesday when we get back.
With the third preseason game, everybody says is the closest to a game simulation, but with the injuries kind of stacking up already, how do you balance that?
That's something I have to look at very closely with our staff and then find out what players are available. And we'll get some quality work regardless who's out there. It's just a matter of who I want to put out there and get ready for the game Friday night. So we have lots of options. We have a lot of good players here that are willing to play or ready to play. So we'll have definitely some guys out there to play. Just a matter of who. I'm not sure yet.
Jay, with these running backs you're bringing in, just to kind of build off his question, I mean, they are kind of big-name guys that they might expect to come in here and they would want, some kind of guarantee of start or at least see some significant time. I mean, are you looking at these guys as depth, or are you looking at them as this, you would have to maybe
So we're covering our bases right now. We're not looking for a starter right now. We got Rob in house. We got obviously Chris Thompson. Capri Bibbs done a good job. Samaje, I don't think is going to be very long at all. So we have 4 backs right there. It's a matter of if we were to have another injury, then we have to cover our bases. And we could bring one of those guys in after the third preseason game and get them ready for Arizona.
Switching positions, if you don't mind. Alex and Vernon Davis go way back to San Francisco days. Can you see, even though they hadn't played together for a few years, do you see some sort of chemistry just going back to what they used to have in San Francisco?
I don't know about all that. I think Vernon's a very friendly guy and a friendly target no matter who he plays with, really. He's a good player and still runs very fast. But now it's just a matter of the route concepts, them getting on the same page, Alex. But Alex has been in the league for a long time. He's pretty well easily adaptable to a lot of different guys, and since he's played with Alex or Vernon, I'm sure it's probably a little easier for him.
Are there's some routes people look back on his days with Kelsey and KC and some of the big plays he had. Are some of those routes that Travis ran, are those things that you can do with Vernon too, just to get him down the field?
Vernon and Jordan, yeah, both of them.
And Jordan, obviously.
We've had good success. When Jordan and Vernon on the field at the same time, we've had pretty good success using the tight ends. So yes, we have plenty of options for him. Plays that Alex is comfortable with, but it's a matter of getting everybody on the field at the same time.
During the spring when you guys got Troy Apke, we all knew about his speed, but what else has he shown over these last several months that you guys have come to believe in?
Special teams has been very good, which is important. If he's going to be a third or fourth safety, then he has to be good on special teams. And we feel really good about his speed on teams. It's something we have been lacking a little bit, is that type of speed, running down on kicks and covering kicks and blocking and all that good stuff. So that's been he's been everything is advertised in that regard. And then defensively, he's come along good. For a young kid to come in here and play safety, there's a lot of calls you have to make, a lot of adjustments, and he's picking it up fine.
You had a couple of games now with the new kickoff rule. How much do you think that's affected things? Are you seeing less of the collisions, the collisions that they're trying to avoid? And how's it worked out for you guys in general?
It's been okay. I think we're still working through it. The big thing, I think, is personnel and who you're going to put on there, both kickoff and kickoff return. If you go smaller on kickoff return and they go bigger, it's going to be hard to hold up with those matchups. So that's what we're trying to figure out, try to get the more physical players out there, but they might not be as athletic in space. So it's, I think that's the biggest roadblock, so to speak, we're having right now, is the personnel out there. Is it a receiver out there? Do you want a linebacker out there who's not quite as good at space? So we're putting a lot of guys in different spots on that kickoff return and trying to figure it out. Same with kickoff.
And had a couple of flags thrown on the helmet rule this past game for the first time. What did you think of those calls, and are you starting to get the rule in general, or is that still a work in progress?
I think it's a work in progress. They had 2, I think, on them, and then the one they called on Fish at the end of the game, I have no idea. That actually drew 2 flags, and I don't think it was a penalty. So I think we're going to have some issues. Like I said before, guys running full speed. You got to get your pads down. Your pads go down. Your helmet's going to go down slightly. It has to. I mean, last time I checked. So hopefully we get it cleared up by the time the regular season starts, because right now it's a little confusing.
Jay, do you expect to see Adonis Alexander out there on Friday, and how do you think he's going to be able to play these last 2 games?
It's a guy I'm really excited to see. He's been down with a hamstring. He practiced today for the first time, got an interception, so I'm excited to see him. So it's a big game for him, big 2 games for Adonis. So he will get plenty of reps if he's able.